Just got back from the movie theater, and I'm going to do a quick spoiler-free review of Dune. All right, I'm not going to get a whole lot into it, but I didn't know much about Dune. I didn't read the novels or anything like that, and I just kind of read the synopsis. Basically, there's like this spice trade going on this other world, and I didn't really know a whole lot about it. So I didn't really know what to expect. I really went into this movie just because I knew it was like a sci-fi movie, and that's my favorite movie genre. So I have to say it's a really good movie. Just looking at the beginning of it, it's really they don't spend a whole lot of time with exposition for the movie, like exactly what happened on Earth, because we can assume they're Earthlings. Well, maybe we can assume. But I think they do mention later that they are Earthlings. But anyway, it's like the year 10,000 something, so they didn't really spend a lot of time, focusing on what happened to Earth or, whatever. There was just obviously some expansion and some space travel, but they didn't go a whole lot into it. In the beginning, you can kind of figure out that the main character Paul is like from a more of an upper class, high, very involved with like the political atmosphere. His parents are grooming him to, kind of be a, kind of like a political leader. They have this, their family branch is kind of one of the political families under this. I guess you could consider this like a empire. I guess you could say. So, the film is it's a long film, so it's some of the pacing is kind of slow, but in a way, the slow pace doesn't really take away from the story because even though the pace is slow, there's not a lot of scenes where it's just like a lot of worthless, dialogue or scenes that don't matter because actually there's not a ton of dialogue in the film, honestly. Um, it's really cool though. Just the planet that they're on, it's like this desert planet, so it's very it's otherworldly, obviously. And I like the fact that you don't really see a lot of you know, the sandworms, because like they showed in the trailer, but throughout the movie it's not like you see a lot of these giant worms, so it's very it's very kind of mysterious as to like what these creatures are. So overall the film is really good. I like the politics of it. It's not super political, but anytime you have like two groups, um one's from like a different planet, one's the native, there's going to be politics involved, there's going to be conflict. But without getting too into the story and like giving any of it away, basically there's like these native people that live on this desert planet, and in the beginning we're introduced to the I forget the name of the people that are like kind of occupying that planet and extracting all the spices for like the trade. But anyway, so there's these two groups of people, and there's not really a lot of conflict with them going on. But as it progresses, you definitely see there's some things going on as far as different like alliances and things like that. So it's pretty cool. You have some pretty cool action sequences. I think the music is fantastic. It's got this very a lot of it is very vocally based. A lot of it is very very a lot of harmony and um, I guess you could say, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but just like very harmonious. A lot of times it's just like a single voice, and then maybe they'll have like a bass voice come in. But the music is great. It sounds fantastic. Um, it's just not a movie that I wanted to watch on HBO. I knew that I had to watch it in the theater because it's just, it's a movie made for the big screen. Um, overall, I'd say Dune is. I mean, I'd say it's a solid 9 out of 10. If you're just wanting like an action movie to like sit back and relax and just, see fights and explosions, this isn't the movie for you. This movie takes its time with character development. It sets the tone very well. The costumes are great. I like the fact that they actually use different languages because you have all these different species. They would not all be speaking the same language. So there's like obviously like the main characters speak English, and then there's like I don't know what they're called, but like these other type of really pale race of people. They speak their language, and then there's like this type of sign language that they use. Um, so it's pretty cool. The action sequences where they do have you know the uh, the action sequences, which are not anything over the top or crazy. I think it's choreographed really well. It's not anything that's too crazy. It's believable as far as the choreography goes. So it's pretty cool. It's a good balance of I guess you could say it's like a good balance of like character development and like familial ties and things like that. Um, there's a little bit of humor in there, which is pretty good. It's a good balance between character development and story, humor and comedy, action, great shots of the scenery. So overall, I think it's like a pretty good movie. It's kind of like the whole package. It is kind of slow though, so if you're not into really long movies, that's one thing you may not like about it. But overall, I would recommend it to anybody who likes. I mean, anyone who likes movies in general should go see it. If you're not a sci-fi person, like you're not into all the crazy explosions and crazy fights, like Star Wars and Transformers and like the Alien films and or some other crazy ones. I don't know. Star Trek, Elysium. If you're not into like that type of stuff, then this film is definitely more slow paced, more grounded, more character oriented and focused on um, that type of stuff rather than just like the battles and the space flights and spaceships and all that crazy stuff. So I'd recommend it for anybody who likes films because it's kind of got something for everybody. So, like I said, I'd probably give it like a solid 9 out of 10, and I would definitely recommend it. So, that is Dune Part 1 review. Let me know what you guys think if you've seen the movie. Tell me what you think about it, and if you're excited for Part 2, do you think it will be better? Um, or do you think it won't be as good? Either way, hope you guys tell me down in the comments uh, what you like about the movie, what you didn't like, and what you think the second one will be like, and if you think it will be better or you think it won't be as good as the first part. Alrighty, and I'll see you guys later.